The 2011 National Championship game in men's college basketball, Butler and Connecticut. Hello, everybody. I'm Grandmaster Sports Handicapper Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com, and here is the official betting preview. Connecticut is minus 3.5 with a posted total of 128.5. Butler's 28-9 straight up, 20-13 against the spread, going over at a 20-14 rate. UConn is 31-9 outright, 22-12 according to the Vegas Sportsbook lines. They've gone under 19-14 this year. Suffice to say, both teams enter with nice spread trends. Butler's covered 7 straight. Connecticut 9 out of their last 10. The Huskies have gone under 5 of 6. Butler scores 72.1 points per game. The teams that normally allow 67.2 on 44.1% shooting to 43.2. Now, Butler permits 64.4 points per game. The teams that normally get 69.1 on 42% shooting to teams normally getting 43.9. Connecticut scores 72.8 points per game. The squads that normally permit 65.8 on 43.6% shooting to 41.7. They allow 64 points per game against units that normally get 70.8, and they allow 39.9% shooting from the field to teams that normally get 44.4. And that is a very impressive defense, to say the least. Now, here are some spread betting trends. All records are ATS. By the way, you want the top expert pick on this game? It's from the winningest sports service of all time, God's Tips at OffshoreInsiders.com. Folks, we swept with Butler, Connecticut, and Connecticut under in the Final Four. Counting the women's Final Four in the NBA, we're on a 6-1 run the last 7 basketball and 8-4 overall. It's literally one of the strongest game sides in college football and basketball we've ever seen in the championship game. We've hit better than 60% of those going back to our score phone days as JD of the ACC back in the 1980s. This is a big one. OffshoreInsiders.com. Choose God's Tips. OffshoreInsiders.com. Plus, you get baseball plays as well. Now, there's spread betting trends. Bulldogs are 7-0 in the NCAA tournament as an underdog. 7-0 off of a straight-up win. 22-4 versus a team with a winning percentage of above 600. 41-16 in non-conference games. 27-11 on neutral courts. The Huskies are 10-1 in non-conference games. 20-6 on neutral courts. 20-8 versus teams with a winning percentage above 600. But 6-15 is a favorite of less than 6. Meanwhile, Connecticut's going under 22-10 as a favorite, but over 17-8 as neutral court favorites. Remember now, it's entering baseball season. That is where I first became a score phone legend with those underdogs and small favorites. And there's never been a better baseball handicapper than me, Joe Duffy, CEO of OffshoreInsiders.com. And my picks are on God's Tips at OffshoreInsiders.com.